Now what we've done, we're shaking it up a little bit, and we're actually having our real bookkeepers present about an app. So I'd like to welcome Nicole to the stage to talk about MinuteDock. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm a bookkeeper. I like to be in the red, clients in the black, but I'm in the red. Monica and I, Monica's my official clickerer today, she'll be operating the slideshow. Monica and I set up Streamline management in 1997, that's 22 years ago, or as we like to say, 20 plus GST years ago. And in full disclosure, I never actually meant to be a bookkeeper. This is just what I'm doing until I work out what I'm going to do with my life. I'm still here. So in 2012, we discovered Xero and all the benefits of cloud apps, and we're still learning about it. There's so much to learn, and now we're a team of 5. Back then, we were still 2. So I'm talking about MinuteDock today. We've just started using it. So it was invented in 2009 in New Zealand, and it was one of the very first apps that ever connected to Xero with the API. And what problem is solved? Timesheets are too hard. For people like us, XPM is the default, and it is super ugly. But MinuteDock is really, really easy to use. So if you're a fan of the Twitter, then you can MinuteDock your timesheets. So I'm going to read this because you probably can't see that even with goggles on. So there's a stop clock, and that's in the little grey icon in the red circle there. And so you just click on it and away you go. There's no need to use drop downs, so your hands don't have to leave your keyboard, you can keep on typing. It's as simple as @client name and then hashtag the task or the project that you're working on. So that might be hashtag senior or hashtag Baz, and then just 1HR is 1 hour. And you can add a description if you want to. If you're using that for time billing, it pops in really easily. So this is my desktop. So we have Xero on the left, Receipt Bank in the middle, and then I've got the browser just up the top there, so it's always visible. And so if a call comes in, I can stop the clock and then hit the time button again, and the clock starts as soon as I'm talking to a client. Because when you're taking calls all the time, or there's little interruptions, those little bits of time that you're spending on other things can really add up quickly, and you'd probably be horrified to discover how much time you're giving away for free. And then you can just return to the previous activity when you're done with that call, lift it back up into the dock, and the clock will start all over again. So where does it work well? It's designed for office-based professionals just like us. Even though most of our clients are charged by a package, we create internal reports to review our time every year. So we use notional billing rates like senior or hashtag basic to check that our packages are priced appropriately, and to also make sure that we're getting faster and more efficient as time goes on. Now, MinuteDock allows time budgeting, and you can create some visual reports to see how you're going against your budgets. We might spend an hour working on a particular client, but we're not recording the individual tasks that might be involved in that, because if we're spending 7 minutes doing a bank rec and 3 minutes in Receipt Bank, we'd end up spending more time doing the timesheet than doing the work, because there's so many different little components in. So we're not recording that, but we can use multiple hashtags on which tasks are involved in that. So we can add hashtag payroll, hashtag bank rec inside of that, so we have a rough idea what was done and we can analyse it later on. And so client nicknames, when you're recording the client name, we've got a lot of clients that they've got 4 or 5 entities and they all start with the same word, so that's really annoying if you have to type out elephant white and then elephant pink. So we're using initials for a lot of our clients, and they use them internally as well. So you can change the @symbol of the client to be a nickname or initials. If you're still billing by the hour, there are custom billing rates inside of there, and different chart of accounts allocations. So it's great if you're charging different rates for various tasks, or you're using different income accounts. Maybe ongoing work is one income line, and ongoing or project work is a different one, and so this will help you break it up. You can set up custom rates for each of your employees, because your junior staff are probably being charged out at a much lower rate than you are. And your invoices, when you create them from MinuteDock, you can have a really basic summary, so maybe it's 36 hours and you're not going to give them any of the details on which days you did what, or you can have it listed out. You can group it by employee. There's 26 different ways that you can slice and dice the information to present to your client, depending on what you're trying to achieve and what you don't really want to tell them. You can create wording templates, so it's really quick and fast to create the invoices as well. So it's all nice and consistent, regardless of what your staff write on their timesheets, which often is quite ugly. You could just override that with a defined template. Where it's not ideal, hospitality or retail, it's not designed for time and attendance, so forget about it if that's what you're looking for. And construction and field workers, there's no GPS, so it's not going to work with you there. Setup is super simple. You connect to Xero, your contacts are imported. You can hide the clients that you've managed to move on or you just don't want to work with anymore, so your list is nice and clean. Currencies, chart of accounts, and tax rates will import as well straight away. And if you're using items in your Xero file, they'll appear as well. Then you just create a couple of hashtag tasks and you're away. Once you've recorded some time, you send draft invoices from MinuteDock into Xero. And there's heaps of customization options. You can round up your timesheets to 6 minutes if you're a lover of the digital, or 15 minutes. And then you send your invoices from Xero to your client. So all of your invoice templates are coming from Xero, all of your payment gateways are used through Xero. So MinuteDock is a locally made product made in New Zealand. Jared, the founder, is open to feedback. So if you're using this product and you'd like to see a new feature built, you can definitely let him know and he can look at building that into the future. We're going to keep on using it because it's so easy to record time. Some of our staff are a little bit more compliant with timesheets now. And just to finish on a useless piece of trivia, the billable hour was invented just over 100 years ago by Reginald Herbert Smith. It's probably time to move on.